Okay, if we're looking at astrology and comparing it to modern science looks crazy, okay? Our ancestors knew that the sun revolved around the North Pole, the one and only true center of our universe. Mainstream science, however, wants us to believe that we are currently living on a ball that's shooting through endless space and circling a black hole at the center of the Milky Way, where we eventually will get sucked into. Keep in mind, we are hurtling through the cosmos at Mach 38 now. The sun is not 93 million miles away. In fact, it's only about 60 to 600 miles away. We can tell the distance by looking at the rays of sun and following the sun rays back up to a specific point. The constellations are fixed as they were nailed to the firmament or dome, which is the electromagnetic field that encloses our terrestrial Earth plane. When we say that the Earth is flat, we mean that the entire world is planar. Even though the mountains are high and the trenches are deep, there is only land above or below sea level, and the sea is always level. Imagine looking at the clouds in the sky, naming the shapes that they seem to represent. Over time, clouds will disappear or even take form of something else. We can make shapes out of the star constellations in the same manner, except constellations do not change like clouds do. In fact, they have always been the same. They've always been the same throughout all of history. Any star that is at your zenith or directly above your head at midnight will be above your head 24 hours later in the exact same spot, at the exact same time the next day. There has never been an account of parallax, shift, or dimming of the stars at night when referring to the fixed stars. However, the 10 luminaries, from the moon, which is the closest object to the Earth's surface, all the way to Pluto, which is the farthest and slowest moving through the zodiacs, each luminary spends a certain amount of time blocking a certain constellation. For instance, the sun is in a zodiac sign for 30 days. That constellation is blocked for an entire month. Now the moon spends about 2.5 days in each sign and will be within 30 degrees of a zodiac until the moon enters a new sign. Now Saturn spends about 2.5 years in each sign, so it will take 28 to 30 years for Saturn to completely travel the zodiacs. And it's called a planet return when one of the 9 luminaries enters the sign it was in when you were born. Now, since the sun and the moon are speeding through the zodiacs very quickly, you and others will definitely have different planetary alignments in your astrological birth charts. But usually the outer luminaries like Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto will influence the entire generations because they spend so long in each zodiac. Pluto can spend 15 to 30 years in one sign. People's personalities and even their physical appearances will be governed by their astrological charts and planetary positions.